School is in session, man. Y'all see what's going on? 50 Cent on advice he offered Drake about Kendrick Lamar beef. You didn't lose a motherfucking thing. 50 also likened Drake's current standing to where he himself was during the Curtis era. Y'all see by Tracy William Cohen. Journalist. I see you, journalist. Hey, say 50 Cent says he told Drake to simply keep pushing and keep creating, following his historic back and forth with Kendrick Lamar. The beef, which resulted in a slew of new music from both artists, was discussed at length as part of a Billboard conversation between 50 and Michael Sopranera, published this week. In it, 50 mentioned the Sixth God multiple times, and at one point, likening his current standing in the eyes of some listeners to where he was at during the Curtis era. Drake is in that position right now, 50 said, adding that while he himself loves Kendrick, he also doesn't agree that anything Drake did during the beef was whack at any point. Okay. Asked directly about advice he shared with Drake, 50 pointed to one undeniable facet of this year's defining hip-hop moment. It was ultimately good for everyone. Once again, politics, like I told you. 50 smart. Remember, he did write a 50 laws of power with the code, with the writer, in the author of the original 48 laws of power. So he knows exactly what he's doing. Like I said, this is not about celebrities at all. We're only using them to make our situation easier to digest. That's the entire concept of art. So like I said, with the Diddy situation, it's not about Diddy at all. We are so hyped about this Diddy situation because it allows us to talk about sexual deviancy in our own communities that we experience in our own real lives. And it makes it a lot easier. So it's a lot easier to talk about Will and Jada and Cardi B and Offset and their cheating, as opposed to talk about actual cheating that's going on in your own personal life. So that's what we're talking about. So I want us to sit back, like I said, don't attach on to any of these celebrities, man. The four agreements, don't take any of this personal. Just sit back and let's watch them. Let's sit back and just watch them, see how they move. Like I said, they really believe nowadays that we don't have access to the same books and the information they have. Not only do we have access to it, we can also execute. Every single book you've read, stop playing. So let's keep going. On some real shit, I said, they said you lost. Okay, well, what did you lose? 50 said of his and Drake's conversation, the exact timing of which is unclear. What exactly did you lose? If he got 300 something million on his last tour, you didn't lose a motherfucking thing, man. If that's the moment, you keep the creative energy in the right place and keep creating. Cool. And at the same time, it just goes back to understanding your audience, understanding your target demographic. So with Drake, y'all know he loves love bombing. Y'all know he loves people riding his dick. He needs that. He needs people to stroke his ego. And that's the exact same reason why he lost. Because Kendrick understands that. Kendrick understands that. The only thing that Drake really cares about at this moment in his life is not the money, it's not the streams, it's the image. Narcissist. People like Drake, they only care about their public perception, man. So him being disliked, him not being on the charts as much as he used to be, him being the laughing stock, yeah, that hurts him, man. That hurts him more than just losing money. I think it's like 50 said, he ain't lost the money. He's still getting the streams, right? Drake, he's still getting his old discography played. But the present, exactly, Rocky, money can't buy character. Money can't buy character, so that's all Drake cares about. So, man, it's eating him up inside. He tries to pretend to be unbothered, but you know he can't. You can't. I know anyone would feel that way if they had these accusations, but at the exact same time, we saw the video, man. I hate how they keep trying to gaslight us like we didn't see these videos. There's multiple. So I don't want to hear, man. Nah, we ain't doing that. 50 continued. If you slow down because you feel, what the fuck? The resistance will make you feel like your material isn't good. Then you got to figure out how to keep pushing, how to keep creating, because that's what it feels like to you at that moment. That shit was good for hip hop. It made both of them create quality material faster. While Drake and Kendrick were still actively going at it, 50 rarely wanted skipping out opportunities to chime in, offered plenty of commentary, while watching along with the rest of the world. At multiple points, he let fans know he was impressed with Drake's output, specifically in reference to his push-ups and tailor-made disses. Exactly, like 50, he picked a side, man. He picked a side. And like I said, I think he was mainly going at Rick Ross because him and Rick Ross don't get along. And yeah, they've been going at it for a little bit. So he was just trying to live vicariously through Drake. Because if you really know 50, he not down with the fingernail polish and all that stuff. But like I said, he understands politics. 50, he understands money. He understands relationships and networking. Come on. So next for Drake, though a release date remains publicly elusive, is his and Party Next Door's increasingly imminent Feeling Joint project. Again, details remain relatively scarce on what form the project will ultimately take once it's properly rolled out to fans. But the most recent update posited the collection of songs that had recently entered the finishing touches phase of the process. 50 also has plenty on the horizon, including his first ever Vegas residency and long teased docuseries focused on the allegations against Diddy and his mounting legal issues. The latter will I keep forgetting that because it's so many accusations, man. Like they gonna have to keep remaking it. Like they still adding accusations, dog. This is crazy. The latter will hit Netflix at a date still to be determined, with 50 promising a story with significant human impact. Man, they gonna have to keep making it. They gotta, like, bro, there's so many going on, bro. But yeah, I see you, Rocky. I was just about to say the same thing. Like 50, y'all know 50. He knows what's going on. And I asked y'all on one of my community posts a little while ago, and I was saying how Drake fell off because none of his recent songs have been hitting. I know he's still been streamed because of his old discography, but his recent songs are not charting the way they used to. He's not getting the same exact play. He's not getting the same respect. I don't think y'all understand. Like I'm a teacher, man. I see the way these kids talk about Drake nowadays. It's not the same way that we grew up on him. Like I grew up with R. Kelly in the Boondocks episode, so I only seen R. Kelly as a weird dude. So I didn't have the nostalgia that older generations had the exact same way. Drake does not have the same exact nostalgic impact on these children. They don't remember Marvin's Room and Started from the Bottom, and they don't remember these things, and they don't care. They only know Drake a freaky ass nigga, 69 God, A minor. And Drake, he does not like that, especially when he understands that's his target demographic. Now, I know it's nasty to say, financially, and that's his target. Especially when you see all these steaks popping up. Everything is sponsored by steak nowadays. Even pictures, even memes. On Twitter, I saw pictures being sponsored by steak. Everybody is steak, steak, steak. Understand who's behind that. When y'all see that logo, Drake. That's Drake. Watch out. That's how he's doing it now. He's doing it under the radar. That's how he's paying people, through sponsorships. So that's how he's using influencers. They're called influencers for a reason. So he has Aiden Ross. He got AMP. You got all these dudes on Kick. Yeah, he has them on payroll. So I understand why Kai was on stream looking at the exact same video of Drake on stage with the little girl. Yet he's still being used by Drake to premiere what's the Mr. Hotspot song with Lil Yachty. They still doing things with this man. It's like, okay. The same exact way they're still doing things with Mr. Beast. They don't care. They care about that money. They care about that money, man. Gotta make that money, man. Gotta make that money, man. For the love of money, make that money, man. I'm telling y'all, dog.